Okay, I literally think I'm live. Probably. Yes, and I'm live. Um, literally so. Okay, and yes. And that's much better because I don't want the feedbacks and the loops and all that. Anywho, welcome to Sweet Sunday Sounds, another little thing happening on the Sweet Sunday Sound. So, the swing is live and the pre-show rounds are slowly starting. Okay. It is. I'll be right back. Here we are now, entertainers, and I'm back. Pre-show rounds and everything, and I'm also ripping some CDs for the DJ set, which will happen in a while. Where did I put that? Let's see now. Okay. Anyway, I've ripped tip singles free. So I'll use some of that in the stream. So legit CD. I ripped it since, as I gather, it's not so easy to actually play CDs in mix. So I'm gonna rip 2 free CDs fresh for every stream, so that you can see and listen to new stuff. So it's ripping away, and where did I put the cover for this CD? So CD cover and everything I was going to show you. Seems to be a problem with that right now. Anyway, okay. I'll find it eventually. It's Karlekebush, and that's what it is. Okay, Karlekebush, the Karlekebush. So I'll also get going here with a live stream on Instagram, the stream and the project. So, okay, and I'm live, and this is the Instagram live thing on Instagram. Oasis Braun, their PFK priest here. Okay, and I'm going to, no, okay. There we go, adjusting. Okay, it's the Evolvatron thing doing here. So, and okay, a bit out of the focus. That's better. Good enough. Good enough. So I'm going into Discord in order to say that the stream has started, since it is on. Doing many things at once here, and I think this is part 4. Part 4, streaming now. So there we go. Part 4, streaming now. On my little thingamajig, which is basically Discord. Okay, let's see how it goes, and that's done. And I'm gonna rip some CDs from the DJ set. This is Karl Lekebusch from his album Vedjavet. So it's it's a very good Swedish old school techno. And let's see now, I think I'll actually do some Jam and Spoon, Tales from a Dancographic Ocean, which is kind of a CD single I wasn't even aware that I had, but well, here we are now. I did have it, so that's good. I'm using a sander to rip. Okay, so we'll see if it works. Jam and Spoon, 3 tracks. This is from 1992, so that's good. And it's controlling. We'll see if it works. Might have suffered from a bit of bit rot or something. Who knows? Anyway, the Oasis were on. Instagram stream is finished now, and I'll just put PFK Praise and Twitch here, so that you know what's going on if you watch it. Thanks. Okay, and alright, and I'll go to Evolvatron and I'll remix it a bit. Okay, so this CD single doesn't seem to be able to rip, so that's too bad. This as it is, so I'll put that back. Instead, I'll do some Astral Projection, hopefully. Dancing Galaxy, seminal album, one of their first, not the first, but it's good stuff, to say the least. And okay, and I need to there we are. Okay, there we are, and I'll extract that. Dancing Galaxy. Now, mind you, these are all CDs that I legally own. So I got that going for me, which is nice. So ripping away, and I'm turning that phone off. And I'll also go live on Instagram. Perhaps do that a few times to actually be super connected. Yeah. And I'm live on PFK. Go follow me there as well. Cover.com/PrinceBron to support my work. Ooh, nice. This is strong, sweet coffee. So anyway, let's get going. And again, false start. Time for the official pre-show rounds. DD set will probably start around 15 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to actually start by apologizing. I was going on about the könstillhörighetslag. That is what it's literally called, könstillhörighetslag. It's not sextillhörighetslag. So it was a very stupid mistake. It's really not a good thing. But you know, I apologize, but I still stick by my guns there. That it's a good thing to have a könstillhörighetslag to make it easy to go from hetero to or to just change your biological sex from male to female, trans. So I apologize. Anyway, I'm going to dive a bit into the Israel-Palestine conflict again. So there's a group called Queers Against Fascism, which are active in Pride. So it's Queers Against Fascism, which is a pretty good idea, to be against fascism if you're queer, or if you're sane in any way. Fascism is a bad idea. And now Hamas have been ruling the Gaza part of Palestine since 2014, or no, 2009, I think. They were somehow democratically elected. And as we all know, Hamas doesn't even recognize the existence of Israel at all. Doesn't really open up much for a two-state solution in my world at all. So that's a problem, and they are running the show. And in 2014, Queers Against Fascism were allowed to, during Stockholm Pride, have a float, little thingamajig going on it. And so it's like a float, basically. You stand and do DJ sets and everything, like you do when it's a Pride movement. And Queers Against Fascism were allowed by the Stockholm Pride organization to call their float, wait for it, Queers for Palestine. Again, Palestine is run by Hamas, who in no Gaza, Palestine, that is. It's run by Hamas, who don't acknowledge Israel's right to exist at all. They also want to have Sharia laws by what we say is democratic ways. So Sharia laws. So you're queer for Palestine. And okay, now last year there was an attack, a major military attack by Hamas on Israel. There's a war going on, and it's Pride this year too. So 10 years ago they were allowed to parade around with Queers for Palestine. And now the board said, the Pride board said, that's not really working out so good, because it's, it takes focus from the Pride thing that we're having. It's Pride, and I'm pretty on board on that thing. So they are now changing their name to Queers in Solidarity with Palestine. This will be the last time they are in Pride, or so we say, finally, or score or whatever. Since they think it's so commercialized, and which it is, and they also think queer is full of racist or Christian stuff, which it is. So they say that this is the last year they are with, and then they'll probably anarcho pride or something or other. I don't care. But so it's now called Queers in Solidarity with Palestine. It's not really good to be that either. I said you could just say solidarity with queers in Palestine, because there are queer people in Palestine. They do exist. There are queer people in Hamas as well. Not many, but they do exist in Palestine too. So solidarity with queers in Palestine, but you can't support Hamas. You can't support Palestine and be queer. It doesn't add up. And why? Because Hamas wants Sharia laws, literally. They don't even acknowledge the state of Israel. But let's stick to the Pride thing here. They want Sharia laws. And I don't think it's easy to be gay with Sharia laws. I don't think it's easy to be trans or be LGBTIQ plus at all. Sharia laws are very, very clear that they are not accepting gays or homosexual or trans persons at all, because it's Sharia laws. It's literally based on the Quran. It's based on the Quran. It's also completely separate from the Quran. I mean, it's a lot of stuff in Sharia laws are really not clear in the Quran. I mean, the Quran says that, you know, females, blah, 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 it's pretty bad against the gays and such too. And I mean, Christianity isn't that good either. It's like, yeah, well, if you're a man and you sleep with a man, you should be stoned. But there aren't a lot of countries that are run with Old Testament rules as laws. I don't think any exist. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. It's like Christianity has kind of mellowed down a bit. It's still a bad religion, but Islam is a bit worse in my book, especially the Sharia law thing. So queers in solidarity with Palestine. I'm saying solidarity with queers in Palestine. Why not? So let's just take this one more time. Palestine, Gaza is run by Hamas, who wants to have Sharia laws. They are culturally, religiously, and monetarily supported by Iran. So if you support Hamas, you basically think Iran is cool, which it isn't. And it's like so stupid. It's so stupid. I can't even. Oh, it's so stupid. And they are angry that they don't get to use their name Queers for Palestine. But this is the thing. Iran is basically a religiously run theocratic state with Sharia laws, dictatorship, some Marxism, I guess, but it's pretty fascist. So is Hamas. So how can it be queers against fascism and support Hamas? I don't get it. It doesn't compute. It's like doesn't add up to me at all. It's like, and there's also a Muslim pride. So good for that. Good. Muslim pride. So you rock the niqab and you have a pride flag. It doesn't compute. If you're a practicing Muslim, how can you have pride? Now this Muslim pride is in London, UK, as I gather, because it's not possible to have pride in a Muslim country. It's not possible. It's against the law, mostly, to be gay or LGBTIQ. So, I mean, if you're queers for Palestine, go to Palestine or the West Bank after the war and have a pride parade and see where it gets in. I'm sure it's going to be okay because it's a good photo op for Hamas. It's a good photo op to let Westerners in and do the pride thing for 1 week or a little time. So they'll be supporting, but as long when the camera's off, it's going to be against the pride movement, which is pretty hard to have. In Palestine, in Gaza, it's so stupid. I mean, Jesus. I don't know. It's like, I just don't see it. How can you be queer and supportive of LGBTIQ issues and also support Hamas in Palestine? I mean, yeah. It's so stupid. I just can't. So it's like I had another thing about this. I don't remember it now. But it's like, yeah. The Arab world isn't that supportive to female rights. The Muslim world in particular. We know this. So, I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to support that in a pride movement, and so I know why a lot of people do support Iran and the Arab Muslim state, and it's like in the revolutionary spirit and everything, but it doesn't work. It gets to fascism. It gets to a totalitarian state, and I actually think that Iran is probably even worse than other regimes. It's really horrible. I think they treat people as bad or maybe even worse than the Nazis did. I'm not saying there's a Holocaust going on, because that's unique, but it's like, and this is what I'm into now. Okay, listen to me, listen. To say that queers for Palestine is like saying queers for Iran. Okay, it's like having an organization named Queers for Iran, or Queers for the New Holocaust. Because why not? Why not? That's what you want. That's what you want. You want a new Holocaust but a Holocaust which is a bit more distinct. That it's okay to be gay. It wasn't during the Holocaust. It was a lot of red triangles too. Don't forget that. It's also okay to be Romani. A million Romani died during the Holocaust. This is a fact. It didn't happen. It wasn't a good thing. But you want the Holocaust to wipe the Jews or the Israelis off the earth, to have a caliphate run by Iran in the Muslim world. You literally want a new Holocaust. That's what I'm saying. You might think I'm exaggerating, but that's what you want. You want the total and complete destruction of Israel. And why? Because you support the other countries. And I'm saying, I'm saying that Israel have done many bad things. And they really have. I acknowledge this. They have done horrible things, and as I gather, they are a little bit less democratic through the years as well. But it is the most sane state in the Middle East. All others are in some form of manner horrible. I mean, I think that what Egypt is a bit more forgiving. They are a bit more open to actually collaborate, at least during Mubarak's time. I don't know if they still are on to it or not. They might be, they might not be, but they seem a bit more liberal as or open to actually have some form of solution going. The same probably goes for Jordan, I think, and such. And I think that, and maybe parts of Syria. Now, Syria, as I gather, is mostly run by, again, Iran. And now, after the U.S. second invasion of Iraq, it kind of made it kind of made Iran a power player in the area. And I'm not saying it was a good thing with Saddam. No, it wasn't. But there wasn't any. It was a mass destruction. So Iran is a power player, and Syria is kind of still run by al-Assad, and it's a horrible country, but it's also influenced a bit from Iran, as I gather. So, but what I'm saying is that Jordan, maybe Egypt, maybe Assyria are slightly more normal when it comes to having relations with Israel and Western world due to the Syrian Orthodox thingy which is happening there. The Christian Orthodox, the East Orthodox thingy. So they are more influenced by Christianity. And I'm not saying Christianity is good, because it isn't. It's horrible. It's horrible. But I think that makes them a bit more in tune to accept other cultural and religious values, such as Christianity, such as Judaism and the Jewish cause. But I mean, really, Iran, I say one good thing, you know how they are. It's like they are very, very open that it's a Zionist-run government, and they want to destroy the small Satan, which is Israel, and the large Satan, which is, of course, the USA. So they're pretty clear, but it's like they are extremely unforgiving. And I'm not saying it was that great during the Shah either, because it probably wasn't. But I'm saying that it was probably a bit more normal, a bit more. Was a dictatorship, sure, but it wasn't as repressive with which it is now. Iran is a hellish regime. It's one of the worst on the earth. Worst, one of the worst. Saudi isn't good either because of Saudi. Come on, but it's like it's not really good. So let's dive into this. This is from Flamman, a Swedish newspaper, from July 19th, 2024. It's okay. So it's from Queers Against Fascism, who wants to have a final lay with Stockholm Pride since it's Pride and it's funny. So, and they've been around since 2016. I thought they had this Queers Against for Palestine in 2014. I don't know, maybe. So, and they think that but they were angry about the Erdogan thing that they did, and because they had a puppet of Erdogan doing things, and it was kind of an issue. But that I do support, because Erdogan is a bad person, and it's against the law to have pride things going in Turkey as well, so that's good. But now they think that, they say that Israel soldiers are posing with a rainbow pride in front of Gaza. Yeah, because pride is allowed in Israel. It's ABGIQ works better in Israel. This we know. So queer as in free Palestine, really? And they think that they are doing pink washing. That they are, but they aren't. You know, Netanyahu says there are no queers in Palestine, and then he says that, well, with Hamas it wouldn't be. And he's kind of right. It will be super hard to be queer in Palestine with Hamas running the show. So, okay, so it's occupied land, yeah, but it's also historically, actually, a lot of Israelis, Jews have been living there for thousands of years. So yeah, and they're angry because they think it's, yeah. And they are also angry that there's not much from the politicians about this thing, but yeah. Reclaim pride, I'm gonna read into it. So. And they also said that you couldn't have the flag of Palestine in Eurovision. Guess what? Palestine isn't in Eurovision. So this is so stupid. And Reclaim Pride think that it's pink washing because they say that Israel doesn't have HPTIQ rights because, yeah. Israel is actually, this is someone who I'm agreeing with, that Israel is supportive of HBTIQ+. Yeah. So yeah. So it's they are actually supportive of gays in Israel. So there is that. And so Palestine doesn't have anything to do with the HBTIQ movement. I mean, there are queers in Palestine. There really are queers and gays and trans people. They do exist, but you can actually... Okay, this is from Flamman, which is a very left-wing organization. I'm pretty... Yeah, it's interesting that they do have someone who actually supports Israel in their opinion. So good for them. Wasn't expecting that. And so when they talk about, yeah. So okay. So you see my problem here. My problem and my rant is really about the stupidity of being queers in support of Palestine. It's a stupid thing. So stupid. So stupid. Okay, I'm ripping more upside down now. And so here it is. I'm going also CD2. So, and I'm going to put the CDs that are ripped and done here. So that I have them here. so I don't use the same CDs again, because why should I do that? So, okay, and there we go, and here we are, and so yeah, okay, so, and that's it, okay, and close, and I'll put the second CD from the Orbs album, Sidonia, out. Here we are, the Sidonia. So anyway, that was one part of a pre-show rants. And I guess some of you are thinking, Jesus, is it done now? But no, I'm not. I'm doing it again. I'm just gonna get some more coffee to get the juices going. Okay. So let's recap. I've been saying sorry for. Okay, here it is. Ooh, I found it. It was on the other side of the cantina. This is Kari Lekebusch, and it's a very. I actually saw him perform a DJ set 2 years back. And could have seen him in the late 90s, but I didn't. I regret that. Looking back, I do. Time strange. Okay, all right. I'm still going to do rants. Mix. Going to get some new. Okay. Trying to find the I need to add some tracks. Okay, options. How do I do this? I suppose. Okay. Okay, and where is it on? Okay, no iTunes, but okay. How do I add tracks? Okay, and let's see. Okay, I'll close mix down and I'll open it again. That always solves the problem. I'm having another rant before I start with the USFO, so there's that. Okay, starting the mix. Because I should be able to add more tracks to the thing. Okay, and okay, here we have a library. Okay, let's see. Astral Projection, Kari Lekebusch, Human League, KLF, The Orb, and the Orb, and shoes. Okay. And we'll see if it actually works to play on mix, but hopefully it does. Okay, and it's being scanned. So it's okay, it's scanning. Good. Hopefully it will work with everything. Looking good. Okay, I'm going to actually dive into old politics now. Jan Myrdal, is the topic of today. He was an excellent writer, very, very good. It's very, very good. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Looks good. It looks good here. So this is a novel which I'm currently reading, Att bli och vara. It's written in 1956 or 1957, I think. Yeah, it originally written in 1956. This is from 1973. Someone has written a phone number to a psychiatrist, and it belonged to a certain person. So this is a very good novel. It's actually somewhat autobiography, but in a way. So Jan Myrdal, hell of a writer, but politically he was something else. He was a very, very, very true communist, to say the least. He was supportive of the communism until the end of his days as a young. So let's dive into Jan Myrdal. He was supportive of Stalinism, of the Maoism, of the basically all communistic dictators, states, and they were basically dictatorships. But he did support them, and many other left-wing Swedish did. There was also support for the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, and Myrdal also supported this. And then the 80s came, and the late 80s, and a lot of social democratic, a lot of communists apologized and said that, okay, I thought it was a good thing with Stalinism, Maoism, and the Khmer Rouge, Castro, but I realized that it's all dictatorships. And they are, okay, I'm still a Marxist or communist, that's what they said, but they basically said that, hey, it's not really something that I support anymore because it's bad regimes. They have always been bad. They are bad. As we know, Jan Myrdal not so much. He stuck to his guns, and kept supporting his regimes until the day he died. In the 2020s, I think. And that's impressive. He didn't take too easy at all. So it's like I'm going to basically have a fake interview with Jan in English. It's not literally what he said, but he just made fun of it, right? So it's like, Jan, you think that the Khmer Rouge was a good regime in Cambodia? Yes. But we know that it wasn't a communistic regime, Jan. Yes, it was. But it actually wasn't. It was like the Khmer Rouge readers, they read up on Marxism and communism, and then they started this extremely draconic dictatorship state in their home country, and forced people to work. They killed around a third of their population, and it was actually fascism. Nope, it was communistic. But they killed 1/3 of their. Can you support killing at least 1/3 of your own population? Yep. So you support that? Yes. It was needed to get communism going. But yeah, it was so bad that communist Vietnam had to go in and make it end. Yeah, they shouldn't have. Okay, so you support the Khmer Rouge? Yes, I do, because they would have made it work. But 1/3 of our own population, Jan, it's horrible. It's almost as bad as Stalin, right? Stalin did nothing wrong. You support Stalin? Yes, but it was a terrible terror regime. No, yes, but it was needed to perfect communism. Okay. This is actually, he didn't literally say these things, but he never backed down, and I don't agree with him politically, but I admire him. I mean, of course, in a way I don't admire him, but it's like so funny that you stick to your guns, whatever happens. Times change, you realize that things aren't as they once were. You do know that it's bad, but no, you stick to your guns. You stick to your guns. I mean, you could change when you realize that something is really, really horrible. You could just say that, shouldn't have supported that. Now I know better because. But he never did that. He never did that. I think it's interesting. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let's see if I get the DJ set going. Might work. There is some audio settings, can't they say, aren't working. So we'll see. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna do another stream. Ooh. On Instagram while getting the DJ set going before 15 in the PM. But if you're live, you're live. And I'm live. Sweet Sunday sounds. Chris Brown here. Let's try to load the track. Slowly, maybe. Okay, so loading. The reason why this might not work out is is that it's not loading at all. Okay, but I'm live. I'm going to try to use the other mix, which is I installed Mandriva. I'm just going to talk about that for a bit in order to play Necronomicon on Linux Mint. Okay, through emulator. I actually own it, so I thought that this PlayStation emulator, which I used, would work slightly better in Mandriva. It didn't, and that is a fact. So there's that. So then I basically tried to remove Mandriva completely, and I did, and I thought that okay, and maybe it's gonna just work, but I had to reinstall Linux Mint, which I'm doing right now, which I did. Okay, and it's not really okay because I've used Mix before and it's been working quite okay. So okay, let's try to start it again. The mix. Okay, now it's starting. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll end the stream and then I'll